Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's the start of another vlog. I'm actually on my way out. My son is brushing his teeth and I don't understand why he's choking while doing it, but anyway, I'm on my way out. I'm going to work remotely today with a friend of mine, so I am heading there. I think she said we must go to Cedar Square. So yeah, I thought I'd kick off the vlog. This is what I look like today. It's just black shirt, jeans, and some boots just in case it's cold. I think I should actually bring a scarf, or I have a scarf in my work bag, because you never know, and this is where most of my flu starts. And I did my nails this morning. I don't know if you can see them. I didn't put tips this time around because I'm trying to see how far I can grow them for however long I have patience for them, because my nails don't grow well. I think I've said this a few times to whoever cares to hear that, but I was getting tired of tips, so I thought let me just see how it goes. And the other reason why my nails don't grow well is that they've always been very weak, so I tried out this other method that I'd heard about that is non-acrylic, to just strengthen your nails while they're in gel. So we'll see how it goes. That's that from me. Let's get bouncing. Don't know if it's the lighting or it's just me, but let's go. Cheer, let's go.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first day.
I've just picked up Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I read this book 13 years ago, and the people over at Wordsworth Books, I'm sure by now you would have seen my unboxing on Twitter and Instagram, had sent me this. No, not this, let me not lie. Sent me book 5, okay, which is, I forget the title, of the series, which I hadn't had for a while. I know that between book 4 and book 5 there are about 2 novellas. Those I don't think I'm gonna read. If at all, I'm gonna read them online via ebook, but I wanted the last book in the series. I think we were getting perspective from Edward in that book. I forget the name. It's the one after Breaking Dawn that just came out a few years ago. Midnight Sun, I think that's what it is. And I've been wanting to read that for a bit. Me and my older sister went crazy for the series when it came out, and like I'm saying, I read it 13 years ago. I have not reread it, but I've been watching the movies quite religiously, probably annually actually, since I got hooked on the series, right? I loved the movies. I thought that they did a very good job with it, and I think maybe after this binge I'm gonna binge the movies as well. I'm hoping that it's gonna be a quick and easy one for me, because 13 years ago was a long time ago, so that's the reason why I'm rereading. Had I read it last year, I wouldn't be rereading at all. I'd just jump into the last book. But also I really did love the series, and I want to see the growth. You know, I know back then I was definitely team Edward. Anyone who drove that Volvo was like, I stand for them. And I wondered, could it be a vampire? Right now though, after watching the movies a few times, like I said, I feel like I could be swayed to team Jacob. I know that during like the last book, right, when that whole thing with Nisi, was that the name? I think Nisi, with Nisi happened, I was like, I think I like Edward. I think I like Jacob. It will be very interesting. So I'm pretty sure that at least for this week we're gonna be Twilight crazed. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it by this week. If not, then we'll have a little bit of Twilight craze in the next vlog as well. Stick with me. My nanny is off this weekend, so, and I am working, so there won't be a lot of reading time, but definitely I'll be picking up the camera whenever I want to just share thoughts and things of that nature. Let me get right into it before my work clock ticks. Guys, look at this. I'm just paging through the book, right? Not too far in. I'm only on page 6. But can you believe how old this thing is? 2009, and it's still advertising DVDs. This one is Blu-ray. I'm choking at the same time as trying to talk to you, but this one isn't Blu-ray. This one is a 2-disc special. I think this one is just 1 disc. Thank you, my girl. I think this one is just 1 disc, but I think my kids will never ever know what this is. Anyway, these are the 4 that I have. I have the first 2 in this black cover that I showed you guys, and then I have the last 2 in the white edition with the red tinted pages. I don't know what to call them. Anyway, the last one that I got from Wordsworth is in the black cover as well, which I don't mind. I just thought I'd show you guys how old this is. Let me just see. Actually, I didn't even check publication date. I've got this book. I've heard good things about it. I haven't read it yet. To show you how old this is, I've moved to 2 provinces while owning this book, and you can see it's been through it. Okay, but I absolutely love it. Back when I was starting my mini library, I got a stamp that, yeah, I would just, as soon as I finished reading a book, I would mark it with the stamp to just say that it's a part of my collection. I don't do that anymore, but that was cute, I thought. I still have the stamp though. This one was first published in 2006, and I won't lie to you, I only got word of these books like probably late 2009. Maybe that's when the movies came out, early 2010. And like I said, me and my older sister just hopped onto them. We would watch the movies at the cinema as soon as they came out, etc. But I don't mind these yellowing pages, hey, because it just shows you that this has been in my possession for quite a bit. It's not the oldest book I have on my shelf, but it is definitely part of. Oh, I love it. It's charming. Well, at least to me. Anyway, thought I'd show you that they were talking about Blu-ray DVDs. Yep. Hey. So I don't know how many days it's been, okay? Like, this week has been one of those weeks, but cheers. It's the weekend. Sorry. So, forgot what I was here to talk about. I'm so distracted. Twilight. I'm almost halfway through the book, and I feel like I'm so zoomed in, so disorganized right round about now. I think I'm zooming in further. Make it make sense. Somebody, anybody. Okay. So I'm almost at the halfway mark. I have had a love-hate relationship with Edward up until he went to, I wanted to say Phoenix. I don't think it's Phoenix. You know, they were planning to go to Seattle, right? Those of you who are Twilight fans, you know, they were planning to go to Seattle, and then they went to that other tourist town where Jessica and Angela went to shop for their, it's definitely not Phoenix, for their dance attires, and Bella just tagged along hoping to get to a bookstore, which she didn't. You guys know that whole visit to that town, right? I think so. Anyway, that's when I start liking Edward, right? When he comes through, like, here he is. I feel like I cannot spoil Twilight, right? Because you guys have read this. When I get to the last book, I'll be more careful with what I say. But when he comes through, rescues her from her near criminal situation, that's when I started liking him. Before then, I feel like he was giving her, and maybe that's the intention, right? Giving her mixed signals, being very pushy, being very evasive, being a whole lot of levels of weird, right? We've already met Jacob at this point, and at this point I just feel like he's such a child. Like, he's in over his head. If he's meant to be the other corner of this love triangle, he is doomed. Because Edward is somebody who's been 17 for years, okay, centuries maybe even, right? So he is definitely in over his head because of that, but also just because of the command he has, because he's only been this age for so many minutes, right? And on top of that, don't ask me why I'm stuttering, and on top of that, he is younger than Bella. Kuningi, child, kuningi, that is just against him. Obviously, if I remember correctly, in New Moon you do get a bit more of Jacob and you do end up liking him. New Moon, right? I think it's the second one. New Moon, Twilight, New Moon. Forget the third one. Then it's Breaking Dawn. Eclipse. So I'm not sure if it's New Moon or Eclipse when he really does grow into himself, you know what I mean? That's when I started liking him previously, so I don't know if I'll like him sooner. Anyway, thought I'd let you know that I'm by the halfway mark and I've got a better time now. I worked early today. Let me see, there they are. So it's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse. So I'm not sure if it's between New Moon and Eclipse, which one is the one where he grows into himself, right? I feel like it might be Eclipse, because I remember New Moon being the one where Bella tries to self-harm because Edward has a ban. Oh, is that Eclipse? Anyway, don't get me wrong, also there's a very toxic, very, like, I can't say very in any other manner than I've said it. There's a very toxic trait to this love between Bella and Edward, but it would be remiss of me not to tell you that little Miss Stephanie, I don't know why I say these things, little Miss Stephanie Meyer is so much of a talented writer that there's a lot of suspension of disbelief. Never mind that she's giving us supernatural characters, right? But also the fact that you in your core, you know that something is wrong, you know that this is toxic, but somehow you're like, I like it, give me more. Where is it coming from? Dish some more, please. So that level of talent for me, where it's not just suspension of disbelief, but it's also there's an element of suspension of your own morals as you are going through the story. I love that. I love a book that at the end of it I have to sit there and question, who are you? Who, talking to myself, like, who exactly are you? Are you sure of the person that you are? Because here you are, okay, with a human and a vampire falling in love and going through some very moral things, right? To save this love, yet when you go around society acting like, but okay, let me not regress. This is where I'm at. I thought I would come through and share this with you. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep tabs of my favorite quotes. There was one I just shared on my TikTok, so if you follow me on there, you will see the quote that I'm talking about. It is definitely, probably hands down, my favorite line from book 1, and it is also after the very same trip, okay? And on my copy, this is the copy that I have, it's on page 170, and it reads, about three things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was part of him, and I didn't know how potent that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Okay, I just lost my spot. For me, that's where the love story actually starts, right? Like, they have literally been naked in front of each other about so much that you could not even think how they got to a place where they could trust each other about so much. And here they are, well, Miss Bella declaring to whoever she speaks to in her head that she is irrevocably in love with this creature. Love it. I love the build up to that line. I love, well, I think it's 2 sentences. I love that quote on its own as a standalone. Absolutely love it. And if I were to be asked, honestly, the reason why I love it is that here is what this woman is actually saying, according to me. This man is a monster, I have no doubt. This man might harm me, I have no doubt, but I cannot stop myself from falling in love with him. Say less. Say less. If there's anything more romantic than somebody seeing you for who you are and saying you are still worthy of a love that I can't reverse. Okay, I'm babbling, but you guys get what I'm saying, and that's why I love this line. Let me continue.
You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.